This is Ella Howard, and in this short video I'd like to show you how to verify your captioning for lecture content using Panopto. So I'm showing you here the Brightspace shell for my Fall 2020 Boston History class. And what I want to be doing here is I want to upload a short video lecture that I've created. Best practices for online education advise us to keep our video lectures at a short length. So what I've done for this week is I've created 3 short lectures, each one being around 6 minutes in length. And that's because our attention span online is often quite limited, as I think a lot of us are finding out ourselves. So the first step to doing this task is we're going to want to have our video content inside Panopto, which is a video editing software that is integrated into our Brightspace shell. So some of you have probably worked with this already when we were using it through Blackboard. So I'm here inside the module, the Native American History module, where I want this lecture ultimately to live. So now I'm going to open Panopto from inside this module. So I can go to Course Tools, Panopto Video. If you have already recorded your videos through Panopto, they should be available to you through that interface. I don't like to use Panopto for recording short pieces because I find it cumbersome, so I do mine with the free online tool Screencast-O-Matic, which just adds a little bit of an extra step for me to import those videos here. So now I'm going to add that video. So to do that, I'm going to click on the Create button, and I'm going to upload media. And then I can drag the files here or use the search button to find it on my own computer. So the piece that I'm going to bring up is Native American Tribal Structure, which is in an MP4 format that I did with Screencast-O-Matic, but you can use whatever software works for you. So just like a cooking show on television, I went ahead and paused this video while the video uploaded. And now you can see I'm pulling it out of the oven. The upload is complete. So now I can close this window. And the video is here. So it will take a few minutes for this to process, for it to render or do whatever it does to be accessible in Brightspace. So I'm going to pause this and come back. Now that this video has been uploaded, I can go ahead and access it for editing. So I'm going to use the Edit button to open the editing window. And if you try to do this too quickly, you may not see the captions because they haven't yet been generated. But within a couple of minutes, Panopto seems to get it together. And then when you come into the editing window and click on Captions, you can import the automatic captions. And now you'll see here on the left all of the captions that have been generated. So most of these look pretty good, right? I can sit and read over them. They are queued to the time in the video. So if I click on the screen, it will take me to that slide so I can see what it was that I was working on. So I can scroll through these. If there's anything that I want to edit, I can click on that individual line and you can do that editing right in here. The slower and more clearly that you speak, if you have good luck, the technology is pretty high quality. I'm not seeing a lot of things that I'm going to need to fix here. This will also depend on the nature of the material that you're looking at, etc. So if I like the content, I can then hit Apply, and that will apply those changes to the video. And I'll go ahead and close the editor. And now I can see that this short video will present some introductory. Now I can see that my video has captioning. As you can see, they'll display here along the bottom. You have a couple of options for how you'd like them to display. They can go underneath the video, or you can put them overlaid on top of your slides. So now that has been changed within the file, and any further work that you do with this version of the file will have these captions applied. So this is obviously really helpful, not only for our students who have different types of learning accommodations. They might have obviously issues with hearing the text, but it can also be useful for students who are in an atmosphere where they want to watch the text while they look at the slides, For instance, you could think about a student who might be at work, right, with a job where you sit at a reception counter or something like that, and they can effectively do their job and also watch these videos on their phone, for instance, and make progress in their class.